So to start, you'll take a block, and you might want a pillow if you don't have a block. This is how you're going to set yourself up. So begin by bending your knees. As you slowly lay yourself down, find the edge of your block or the hardest part of your pillow. Place that right in the middle of your back, so where the lumbar spine and then thoracic spine meet. And then let yourself fold over. For some people, it's a little extreme, and you might want to bring in another pillow or blanket to put under your head. Arms down by your side, and then if it feels good, you can extend your legs from here. Welcome, Jen. Welcome, Nadia. So chest openers today. You'll need a block, and you'll need music is doing crazy things. You'll need a block. That's about it. All right. So as you're lying here over your block or your pillow, if you are doing a pillow, you're gonna maybe want something harder to press into later. Notice if it feels foreign or a little bit counter to the typical shape that your back takes over this prop. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, imagine as though your back was melting over this form, over this shape. Inhale through your nose, fill up. Feel your chest rise. And then exhale, melt. Maybe try inching your feet forward more, or if your feet are extended, let the toes drop out. Sealing your lips, inhale through your nose. Slow exhale and melt. Feel your hips get heavier, your legs get heavier, and your chest slowly open. Feel your sternum rise as you inhale. Let your ribs expand over your hips, out to the side, down into the block. Maybe even bring your hands to your ribs. Exhale. Relax the muscles of your neck. Let them drape down from the block. Again, inhale through your nose. And exhale. Now bring your awareness right into the space behind your sternum, into your heart space. Take a deep inhale. Notice if it's hard for you to bring yourself into that space. Maybe there's a lot of muscular constriction around it. Exhale. Maybe there's some clenching. Maybe there's some holding on to something. And if you have a really nice open chest to start off class, that's great. You can just slip right in. But if you feel like there's some work here to be done in this area of the body, then allow yourself to be a little bit more gentle in the movements. Really use your exhale here to let go. Let your shoulders drop back. Let your pectoral muscles elongate as the head of your deltoids pull away from the rise of your chest. Another deep breath in and out. If your feet are elongated, gently pull them in, knees up to the ceiling, feet plant, and roll onto one side. Roll all the way off your prop. Use your hands to move the prop out of the way. And then slowly roll back onto your back. Extend your arms up overhead. And then pull your arms down slightly. Bend your elbows. Stack one palm on top of the other. Bring your knees up towards the ceiling. You can stay here, either grounding your low back down, or if it feels okay, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open out wide. So Supta Baddha Konasana, but with almost like a double diamond shape. The elbows and the knees forming those points. Take an inhale. And exhale. Now, two diamonds is also very similar to the shape of the infinity sign, or figure 8. So as you inhale, bring the inhale through your heart. Let it wrap from the right elbow through the fingertips down to the left elbow. And then exhale through the torso, down to the right knee, through the soles of your feet. And then slowly begin to inhale from your left knee, through the torso, up to the right elbow, crisscrossing at the torso, moving into the palms at the peak of your inhale. Exhale down the left elbow, cross the torso into the right knee, into the feet, bottom of your exhale. Inhale, trace that path back up, through the left knee, across the torso, into the right elbow, and then to the palms. Exhale, back down. That one more breath cycle, inhale. And exhale through the nose. Slowly break your arms, and if your knees are open, use your hands to guide them back. Press the soles of your feet down, reach your hands down by your side, find the edges of your mat. Inhale, slowly lift up into bridge pose. Draw your knees forward. Now, bring maybe both hands to your low back, or just one, and find the very base of your spine. Notice if there is a lot of torque or tension happening right here. See if you can relax a little bit more in the glutes. See if you can use your hand to gently rise your hips up. Relax your glutes. Press down more through your feet. Inhale, rise up. Relax your glutes. Engage your hamstrings. Press through your feet. Release that hand back down. Find your mat. Press the mat apart. Start to walk your shoulders underneath your chest and expand through your chest. Press down more through your feet. Draw your knees towards each other. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Extend your feet long, legs long, point your toes. Lift your gaze up, gaze down the length of your torso to your toes. And then slowly lifting your elbows up, bring them underneath your shoulders. So this is a variation of fish pose. Long, strong legs, toes pointed. Start to bring maybe your hands under your shoulders. Start to lift yourself up. Pressing your hands down. Your gaze can be down the length of your body, or bottom of the chin can stay parallel with the floor, gazing directly over your toes about a foot or two. Keep active in your arms, pressing down, body long and strong. Lift your hips a little bit higher. And then exhale, bring your glutes down, coming to Chapasana staff pose. Comfortable seated position. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down right to your knees. Grab onto the outside of your knees, sit up nice and tall, and draw your navel in. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forward, touching toes or shins. Keep a nice straight back. Roll your torso forward, your chest through your arms. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe allow yourself to fold a little bit deeper. Release your arms, interlace your hands behind you. Pull your knuckles down so that your shoulders are drawing back. Inhale. Exhale. Fold a little bit deeper. Maybe pull your knuckles up. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So it doesn't have to be a very deep forward fold. Your knees can even be slightly lifted. Let your neck release, gaze down, and hold for 3 breaths. In through the nose, pulling your knuckles down, away. Exhale, maybe folding a little bit deeper. One time, deep breath in. Exhale, bring your knuckles down, bring them forward, and slowly lift your torso back up. Use your hands, gently guide your knees up. Now just come to one side, rolling over into all fours. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift your gaze. Try and keep your belly engaged as you pull your gaze up. And then exhale, press your hands down into the floor. Ripple your spine up and gently tuck your tailbone slightly. Inhale, pull your chest through your shoulders, lift your gaze, keep your navel engaged. So notice you kind of just let your back sway versus pulling in. How, if you have any strong compression or tightness or discomfort in your low back, that integration will help ease that. Exhale. Gaze in, ripple the spine up. Coming to neutral, pause. Press your right hand down, left knee stays down, left hand forward, right leg back. Keeping the gaze down, see if you can spread your right toes. Draw your left arm a little bit longer. Exhale, bring elbow to knee and push into the knee. So find a little friction here. Draw your navel up and in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, in. Inhale, lengthen. This time keep the arm long and bend the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, down, tap, press elbow into knee. Inhale, lengthen. Bend right knee. Stretch the left arm back, tap. Inhale, long. Exhale, down. Now try and make it fluid. Inhale, lengthen, rotate up. Tap your foot. If you don't touch that foot, that's okay. Just reach in that direction. Come forward and back and connect beneath your torso. Inhale, tap behind you. Exhale, tap beneath you. Do that 2 more times. It's also a really good practice to try and touch your fingers to your toes when you don't actually have the visual of where they are. Next time you're tapping your toes above you, pause, grab hold of that foot if you can reach it, and then take a quad stretch. Again, letting the navel be part of this exercise. Drawing your core up and in, press down through your right hand, and allow the leg to open your left shoulder. Take 3 breaths here. Find some elongation in your femur, the front of your quad. And then slowly release. Bring both hands down, both knees down under the hips. Take 2 rounds. Inhale up. Exhale. Gaze in. Inhale up. And exhale in. Then pausing in neutral. Long spine, draw your navel up and in. Stretch the left leg back and right arm forward. Spread your left palm and actively press it down into your mat. See if you can get a little bit longer through your right arm. Spread and activate your left toes. Find balance, gaze is straight down. Inhale. Exhale. Pull elbow to knee, make that connection and actively press the knee into the elbow and the elbow back to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Making sure if you have really flexy elbows, you're not locking out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw it in, hold. Inhale, lengthen, keep the right hand where it is, bend just the left knee. See if you can elevate the left leg up slightly. Again, notice if you start to drop in your core, press, keep that activation. And elbow to knee. Inhale long, keep the arm long, bend the left knee, and then back down, elbow to knee. Inhale long, exhale, bend the left knee. See if you can draw it a little bit higher up. Slowly reach back with that right hand. See if you can find your left foot, left toes, left ankle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow or right fingers to left foot. Lengthen. And exhale. Now starting to make it more fluid. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap fingers to toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. This time we hold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap fingers to toes. Find that left foot or keep reaching energetically there. Hold. Press down through the left hand. And then open your right shoulder by kicking your left foot into your hand. Simultaneously move that foot maybe a little bit higher, getting a deeper quad stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pressing into that left hand. Take a deep breath in. Open your chest. Exhale, release. Bring both hands down. And then slowly come down to your forearms. Grab opposite elbows. And then plant your hands back down. If you have a block and you like using the block in dolphin pose, pull it in. Wrapping pointer finger and thumb around the bottom edge and spreading your fingers wide away from it. Yeah, see some people pulling in their blocks. Good stuff. All right, elbows stay planted underneath your shoulders. Forearms shoulder width distance apart. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift up. The crown of your head dangle. Hopefully you don't have a big bun like mine. All right, inhale, walk your feet in. Gently bend your knees. Exhale, press back. Continue to breathe here. Inhale, expanding in your upper back. Keep forearms pressing down. Maybe walk your toes in a little bit more. Exhale, heels down towards the mat. Press down through your forearms. See if you can shift your torso a little bit closer to your shins. Take a deep inhale. Fill the space behind your heart. Exhale, press your torso a little bit closer to your shins. More time, inhale. Exhale, press your torso a little bit closer to your shins. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hips a little bit higher. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, slowly bring your knees down to the mat. Walk your elbows forward. Arms long. And then bring your palms together. Pinky edge down to the mat. Sit your forehead down. Bend your elbows. Bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. If you have a block, you want to get a little bit deeper, bring your elbows onto that block. Let your head slide through down to the mat. Melt your heart down. So this is a great way to passively open your chest without having a deep back bend. Eventually, to find a nice full opening, you'll incorporate the whole spine. But it's good to know just what the thoracic opening feels like, the upper back opening. Slowly extend your arms. Press yourself up, lift yourself off the block if you had it, and move it to the side. Plant your hands, lift your hips up, come into a downward facing dog, a little bit short, no problem, relax your neck. Take an inhale, exhale, let your neck dangle. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, slowly walk yourself to a forward fold. Hinging at the hips, gentle bend in your knees, let your fingers dangle down. Inhale, pull your hands up your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Pull your torso down a little bit deeper. Your arms wide. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Pause here in standing, feet hip width distance apart, arms stretching directly up overhead. Line up your hips over equally your feet. So you feel the weight to the toes, the weight to the heels distribute. Then lock those into place. Start to sway the shoulders a little bit, side to side, forward and back. until you feel that sweet spot where they start to align. Lift your chin slightly, draw the back of your head slightly back and reach your arms up even higher. Bend your elbows, cactus your arms forward. Keep your feet, keep your hips where they are. Draw just your shoulder plane back. Move your gaze up, lift your chin. Keep your navel strong. Keep your hips in place over your feet. Imagine looking up in awe, opening your chest, starting to feel that vulnerability. Letting go of something that you've been holding around your heart. Inhale, lift your arms up, bring your torso back to stack. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull up halfway. And exhale, plant your hands, step back into a nice long plank position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, bring your hands around to the side. You're gonna move into locust pose, Salanbasana. Hands can stay at hips or interlace your fingers at your low back. Press your hips down, lift shoulders and head up. Gaze still stays long, so down at the floor. Activate your legs, stretch them long. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Pull your shoulder blades together on your back. Engage your core. Feel that lift and activation in your low back as well. Triceps come in as you lift your fingers off of your low back or away from the mat. Take another breath in. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands down to the mat, tuck your toes. Inhale, press up, and then back. Gentle bend in your knees in down dog. Deep breath in and out. Again, inhale. Exhale, look forward, step. Hop to the front of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Pull yourself deeper into the fold. Inhale, arms up, stack. Exhale, open your chest, lift your chin. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull yourself up halfway. Exhale, hands down, step or hop back. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Hands interlace or at your side. Inhale, pull up, Salanbasana, locust pose. Exhale, keep your chest lifted. Hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Inhale, press up, and then back down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Press more through your hands so that your tailbone lengthens longer away from your fingertips. One more time, breath in. Gaze forward, exhale out, step or jump. Front of your mat. Inhale, pull up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, stack, hips, shoulders, back of the head, arms forward, cactus. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands up your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, step or hop back. Press into your hands, plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, hands behind you. Salanbasana, last time. Shoulder heads up off the mat, gaze down. Feet elevated. Then keep your shoulders lifted. Release your hands, place them under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Inhale, press up plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. One more time, inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump in front of your mat. Inhale, pull up your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Lift your gaze, lift your chin, hold. Take a deep breath in here. Are your hips still stacked over your feet? Are you using your core to keep the torso engaged? Can you let your shoulders drop a little bit farther back by keeping grounded in your feet and in your hips? Inhale slowly. Stack your spine, lift your arms up. Look forward. This time, sink down and back into Utkatasana chair pose. And draw your navel in. Lift your arms up. Again, cactus. It's a little bit easier to find a deep sway in the back here. See if you can pull the navel in. Notice how your hips might change a little bit in position. Arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, and then step your left leg back to the left side. Move it in a little bit so it's not a very long lunge. Ground the left heel down so the left toes point out to the left. Keep a deep bend in the right knee. We're going to lift up into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. So, in your Warrior One pose, I got a rug underneath this mat. Not so sticky. All right, so in your Warrior One pose, you have your feet wider apart so that they're at least hip width distance apart. And you can give it more space too, if you want to, so that you can start to work this left hip more forward. Reach your arms up, engage your core. So notice if with this back leg you're kind of just sinking forward, pull it up and in. And then you're going to interlace your hands. Bring your pinkies right to the base of your skull, where your neck and your skull meet. Wrap around your neck. Draw your elbow tips up and lengthen up. Pull the elbow tips up towards the ceiling. Come deeper into that right knee. Press through your left. Imagine as though you were pulling and lengthening your spine. Draw those elbow tips up and in. Brain cradling pose. Take another deep breath. And out. Keep engagement through the legs. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms. Extend them up. And then plant them down to frame your front foot. Step forward into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sit down. Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms here. Try not to let your low back move. So it's not like I don't even know what that's like. But you don't want your hips to come into the equation. Can you come back into a nice Utkatasana and cactus your arms, open your chest without finding a deep posterior tilt in your hips. Inhale your arms back up and exhale, fold. And inhale, lift up halfway. It's like a reset. Exhale, set your hands down and step your right foot back. And not a deep, long lunge. So pull it a little bit forward, a little bit out to the right side. And then right heel down, right toes out to the right side of the mat at an angle. Bend, come more forward in that left knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So again, you can see my legs are farther apart. Drawing this right hip forward and shoulders staying square, as square as can be. Press actively through that back leg so you feel the weight shift a little bit more forward. And you feel the hamstring on that front leg turn on. Then notice if you're just kind of letting your heart slump forward, pull your torso straight up from here. So it's bisecting the legs. Interlace your hands and try to do the opposite interlace that you did on the first time. Take the pinky edge right to the base of your skull. Wrap your arms around. Get a good grip on your neck. And using the heels of your palms, start to lengthen. Pull your elbow tips up. Lift your gaze. Can you come more forward in your front knee? Inhale, press through that back heel. Exhale, open up the back of your arms and your chest. Pull your spine long. One more breath here. So release your arms, stretch them up. Exhale, down. Step your back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Keep your arms widen up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Pause. Take a little reset. Now we're going to move into a flow that you might want your block. So if it's, shot out somewhere in space, corral it back in. You're gonna want it somewhere near the front of your mat. Just off your block. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, uncurl the spine. Find a nice flat spine. And then exhale, plant your hands. Step both feet back. Plank. Back to downward facing dog. Let your head relax down. Keep your fingers active. Gentle bend in your knees. Find, again, that opening in your chest here, just like we did in dolphin. Strong arms, breathe in and out. Inhale, start to lift the left leg up. Exhale, bring your thigh to your ribs, come forward and plant your left leg down. Keep your right leg strong. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, float them down. Now take your hands behind you, interlace them. Pull your palms together, open your chest. Keep your core engaged. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit down. All right. So we're going to do a big transition with our arms bound behind us. So this could be a little bit scary. That's all right. We're being vulnerable. We have a very open heart. You're going to start to come forward in that left leg and press to lift the right leg up. So a warrior 3 with arms bound behind you. Bring the right hip down. I like to sometimes flex my right foot, so I'm not so worried about getting it up, and it keeps my hips square. Pull your fingertips up and back. Take another breath in, draw your navel up and in. Keep pressing down through that left leg, and then let your hands release. Stretch them forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly hinging at the hips. Let your hands come down and find that block, water bottle, whatever you're using. All right, so you're gonna move the block into your left hand and take it a little bit outside the left foot and about a foot forward. Press into that block. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Press through your left leg. Your right hand start to open your hip so it starts to stack. Keep pressing through that lifted right leg. Keep it strong. Hip starts to stack. Shoulders start to stack. Reach your arm up, that top right hand, and slowly bend the right leg. Move slightly forward. Now, to find that right leg. So now you're tapping same side. Sometimes it helps to bring it forward. Find the ankle, work your way back. You might be able to connect behind you. So again, that finding the hand of the foot without the visual. Once you get that connection, or maybe you just keep reaching, pull your chest forward, keep your core engaged. Breathe in through your nose and out. And inhale, exhale. See if you can open your right hip a little bit more. Deep breath in. Exhale without slingshotting that leg if you have it. Gently, fingers release, stretch long, and then close the hips. Bring your foot down, bring both hands down. Woo, move the block to the other side. Forward fold, inhale, press into your shins, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, especially that left standing leg. Relax your head. Back to your breathing. Inhale slowly, extend the right leg long. Exhale, right thigh to ribs. Come forward, plant the right foot down. Inhale. Slowly rise up to high lunge. Opening up that left hip flexor. Extend your arms straight up. So torso, shoulders, hips. One long line, biceps between your legs. Inhale. Exhale, let your hands float down. Interlace them behind you. Again, if you have the brain capacity, opposite interlace. Sometimes that can really throw your balance. So just, might be more wobbly. And then pull your knuckles down and away from your low back. Open your chest, take a deep inhale. Exhale, move your gaze down. So you're staring down at about a 45-degree angle. Move the weight into the front foot. You can draw the toes up or hinge and lift the left leg. Pull your knuckles back. Maybe flex your toes down if that helps you to keep your hips square. Breathe in and out. Keep pressing through the right leg. Find strength here. Draw your navel up and in. Fingertips maybe off your low back. Inhale. Oh, exhale. Let your fingertips slide away. Stretch them forward. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Inhale. Exhale. Time. Inhale. Exhale. Folding at the hips. Bring both hands down. Woo. Bring the block down, and then move it into the right hand. So the block is going to be a little bit to the outside of the right toes, left hand to left hip. Start to stack your hips and then press actively through your left foot. Stacking hips, stacking shoulders. Reach the left arm straight up. Take another breath here. And then exhale, start to bend the left foot. Reach back with your left hand. Find that foot. Again, you might need to bring the knee a little bit forward to find it. And then pressing foot into hand, open your chest. Take a deep breath in and out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, slow release. And reach long. Then hand down and foot down. Forward fold. Inhale, pull your hands up your shins, take a halfway lift. Exhale, release, hands down. Come down to your shins. If you have a very thin mat and you're practicing on a very hard surface, you'll pull your mat up near the front and back so that you get a triple layer of mat, and then come to bring your knees on that triple layer. Bring 2 fists in between your knees so that your femur heads line up with the middle of your kneecap. So straight shot down, not knees as wide as the hips, but instead hip width distance apart. If you feel more stable here with feet pressing down into the mat, do that. If you feel more stable with your toes tucked, then take that variation. I'm going to bring your hips a little bit more forward so that instead of trying to find that balance on your feet, toes to heels, now you're trying to stack your hips over your knees. So you're not using your hamstrings and you're not tipping forward, but you find that nice stack where there is balance. Bring your hands to your low back, and using your thumbs, you're going to find either side at the very bottom of your spine, top of your sacrum, and gently pull down. So your hips will take an anterior tilt, hip points pulling up slightly. Little stretch in the psoas. And use your thumbs, then massage in right there, and then gently pull that skin and fascia down. Inhale, shoulders up, together, and down your back. Pull your elbow tips towards each other as though they could squeeze a beach ball behind you. Start with your gaze forward. And then remember, just like standing, using your hands as that touch point, keep the bottom half anchored. Start to lift your sternum and the crown of your head up. And then exhale, maybe let your gaze drop up to the ceiling. Right away, when you start to feel a compression in your low back, do some more work with your thumbs. Engage your core more. Think about pulling your bottom ribs up. Inhale. Exhale, pull your elbow tips closer together behind you. Use your hands to gently guide your hips over your knees. Think about those femur heads the tops pulling up even towards the ceiling. Keep the core engaged. Another deep breath and lengthen. Pull the thumbs down. Exhale, maybe gaze drops more directly up towards the ceiling. So this is called Ustrasana, camel pose. Keep pulling those elbow tips back. Gently guide your hips forward. Another inhale and exhale. Then using your core, imagine as though you were zipping together both sides of your abdominals in towards midline. Pull yourself gently up. If your toes are tucked, untuck them. And gently sit down on your heels. If this is too much on your knees, you can always pull that block in. Plant your palms face down on your thighs. Keep your spine nice and tall over your hips, hips over your heels. Breathe in and out here. Noticing how full the breath is. How your shoulders are pulling back, the hunch, the rounding is gone, or at least lessened from earlier. See if you can breathe into the space of your heart. Feel your ribs expand outward front, but also back and side to side underneath your armpits. Exhale, let the weight of your heels drop a little bit more. Weight of your hips over those heels. Again, breathing in, letting it fill right in that space of your heart. Bringing a deeper capacity into that heart space. Letting that constriction unravel. Exhale. Slowly bring your eyes to open if they were closed. Let your hands slide down. Move your knees off of your mat and straighten your mat back out. And you'll come to lie down on your back. Bend your knees, plant your feet down on the ground, arms down by your side. Take the right leg and bring it over the left. Then gently drop both knees over to the left side. Your arms can tee out to the side. You can take your left hand and let it be an anchor on the outside of your knee. You can also let it be a little bit of a prop underneath the inside of your knee if it's too deep of a twist. If you'd like to get a little bit more elongation in your low back, then gently bring your knees a little bit more up on the left side so they're closer to your armpit. Keep your right arm extending out long, palm face up towards the ceiling. Pulling that right pectoral nice and long. Bringing your breath a little bit more into the right side, right ribs, right armpit. And using your left hand, inhale, guide your knees back up. Let the right foot come down. If you feel not centered, then gently lift your hips up and reset your spine down on the mat. Keep your right leg planted. Draw your left leg up and over. And then both knees and drop over to the right side. Again, decide if you would like to use your right hand like a weight or like a buoy, either on top or supporting underneath that knee. Maybe it's just a gentle support down before it becomes a weight. Extend the left arm long out to the side. Make any adjustments with this knee, either more up towards elbow and armpit or longer down. And then slowly move your awareness back up your body into the left shoulder, left pectorals, and then a little bit deeper down into the space of the lung cavity, the heart cavity. Breathe in, expand into that left lung, into that left armpit. Exhale, setting the body down. Breathe in and out. One more time, deep breath. Using your right hand, inhale, guide your knees back to center. Let the left foot come down. Press into your feet to recenter your spine if it's a little bit angled. And then drop both legs long, toes out to the side, and let your heels be as wide as feels good. Let your palms rest out to the side. Gently press into your elbows. Shimmy your shoulders together and then reset your chest back down so it's a little bit higher than it was before. Release into your fingertips. Release your toes. Gently trace up your legs, behind your knees, up your hamstrings into your hips. Take an inhale. Release the weight of your hips down. Move into your sacrum, right at the low back. Inhale. There be a wave of relaxation that climbs up your spine through mid-ribs. Exhale into your shoulders. Let them be heavier down. Inhale, pull your awareness up those last 7 vertebrae into the skull. And then exhale, let the weight of your head release down into the neck. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, reinvigorating the body. Let that movement move into wrists and ankle. Slowly start to heel the feet a little bit closer together. Inhale, pull your arms up. Stretch your toes away from the midpoint of your body, get long. And then exhale, draw your hands down by your side. Pull your knees up and then drop over to one side. Inhale, pull yourself up to a comfortable seat. Again, sit up nice and tall, feeling maybe a little bit reinvigorated, different, and open to receive. Pull your hands together to heart center. Let them rest on your sternum. Inhale, thumbs up to third eye center. Be curious. Follow your bliss. Namaste.